Uddhav Thackeray has resigned, and this isn't just a setback for Uddhav and for the Uddhav Sena, but also for NCP and the Congress, because it's the Maha Vikas Aghadi that's no longer in power. Let's take you through how the Aghadi government failed amid this entire rebellion. First, Uddhav Thackeray. He most importantly failed to detect or preempt this Shinde revolt. Despite all of the writing on the wall, Uddhav Thackeray had simply no clue when it happened. Second is that he failed to bring back rebel MLAs. Repeated emotional pleas from Uddhav didn't cut eyes with any of his MLAs who remained steadfast with Eknath Shinde. The third big failure by Uddhav Thackeray is that he failed to get these rebel MLAs disqualified as well. The reason this was impossible is because Eknath Shinde, the Shinde camp, approached the Supreme Court and said, we have the numbers. Uddhav Thackeray is the minority party. Let's take you through where Sharad Pawar failed. How did he not work enough to ensure that, the Maha Vikas Aghadi remains in power? He failed to sense this brewing rebellion within the Shiv Sena. Considering that they are his allies, it was important for Sharad Pawar also to take steps. He didn't do that. He instead depended on Uddhav Thackeray's abilities, time and again saying that this is an internal Shiv Sena crisis, let's not step in. Perhaps if Pawar had intervened, things would be very different today. Towering stature of Sharad Pawar failed to turn the rebels. The fact is that Sharad Pawar, the NCP, was in an alliance with the Shiv Sena, and that was one of the reasons, in fact, for the rebellion. Finally, another ally in the Maha Vikas Aghadi, the Congress's three failures. We haven't heard about them at all in the last few days. They've been clueless, helpless spectators of all of the drama. Neither did they step in, neither did they do anything to help their ally. Despite the numbers that they have, there was zero power play, no attempt to show that they are an important player in politics in Maharashtra. The Gandhis had no leverage anywhere. There was no attempt by the Gandhis to kind of reach out to Uddhav Thackeray and say that we'll step in if required. None of that happened, which is why we've seen the Congress, the NCP and the Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Sena at least, completely fail, leading to the collapse of the Maha Vikas Aghadi government. Now, with Uddhav Thackeray resigning as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, 2.5 years later, Fadnavis, BJP's Fadnavis, is likely to be sworn in yet again as the 20th Chief Minister of the state. Now, we're hearing that the swearing-in will happen in a matter of 24 hours by tomorrow.
शपथ घेतो की कायद्याद्वारे स्थापित झाले आहे.
2019, Devendra Fadnavis eats the humble pie. His 8 a.m. swearing-in comes a cropper as numbers did not align.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस को महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री पद की शपथ इस वक्त दिलवाई है.
2.5 years later, Fadnavis gets the cake and eats it too. Sweet revenge for the BJP leader who was cheated of a rightful CM job, he claims, after Uddhav Thackeray walked out of the NDA. Fadnavis is likely to be sworn in as the 20th Chief Minister of Maharashtra on July 1.
ये सारा माहौल जो देख रहे हैं ना, सरकार बनाने का ही तो माहौल है. अब तो गवर्नर उनको देवेंद्र जी को सरकार बनाने के लिए निमंत्रण देंगे और उनकी शपथ करेंगे. फिर जो फ्लोर पर टेस्टिंग होगा और सरकार बन जाएगी. मतलब सारे रास्ते क्लियर है. अभी मुझे नहीं लगता कि देवेंद्र जी के मुख्यमंत्री बनने में किसी प्रकार की कोई बाधा है.
While the BJP played the spectator even as the Uddhav Thackeray government came down tumbling, Fadnavis's travel logs tell the true story. The proactive BJP chieftain flew back and forth between Maharashtra, Gujarat and Delhi, pulling off a bloodless coup. The mission played out as per the script penned in Mumbai and finalized in Delhi. The rebellion by Eknath Shinde stunned Uddhav Thackeray. The final blow was delivered by Fadnavis on Tuesday when he drove down to the Raj Bhavan, virtually staking claim. The BJP Shiv Sena divorce, incidentally, has happened over the contentious issue of rotational CM, with Sena demanding the first shot at the job. Call it a coincidence, Uddhav Thackeray served as the Chief Minister for 2.5 years. And now Fadnavis will serve as the Chief Minister for the next 2.5. With Sahil Joshi and Kamlesh Sutar in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.